Y'all, I'm parked in front of Dollar Tree because I'm about to go in there and get some essentials. But before that, I honestly just had like the only crash out because I'd stopped to get gas, right? And I'm really in a place in my life where I'm really budgeting my finances because I just don't got it like that. I'm in a real crunch, survival, financial rut. And I know it's not forever, but this is just the chapter I'm in. And as much as I try to be positive sometimes, like it's really hard. It's really hard to be in a financial like survival mode when you don't know what your next move is. You don't know where your next resource is coming from because it fucking makes you hyper vigilant. And like when you're hyper vigilant, like you can't relax, your brain can't shut off, and you can't stop worrying, and that shit just drains all your energy. Like having to worry all the time drains your energy. And I understand that like people are like, oh, pray, and don't get me wrong, I pray, but when I'm about to take a shit and I don't know when the next fucking slice of paper toilet is coming from, like, you know, that's real life 3D shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like it's a really difficult place to be in. And so with that being said, I had $25 in like my Apple Cash card, and so I was like, all right, bet, I'm gonna go to the gas station, I'm gonna get $15 of gas, and then the rest like I'm gonna take to get like a little bit of essentials at Dollar Tree. And when I asked him for 15 regular, he had put gas in my car and it charged my whole shit. And I just stood there because like I'm not trying to crash out in front of this man, but I'm like, fuck. Like I literally don't have anything else. Like my regular account is negative. Like fuck. I have no toilet tissue. I have no, like, I need stuff for the house. Like I don't have water. Like I don't, oh my God. So he was like, oh, like it charges you temporarily. Like it's gonna refund you. So I literally drove off and I parked on this random street and I just cried. Like I just cried. Like I let it all out. Like I couldn't even, it wasn't even one of those like boohoo cries. It was just like one of those silent cries where like the tears just come down and you're just like overwhelmed. You just shut down. And within a couple of minutes, like I got $11 back. Thank God. And so with that being said, I'm about to go into the Dollar Tree and I'm about to get, you know, whatever essentials I can with that. But y'all, this is not okay. Like this is not normal. And I share this not because I want to give a sob story, not because, you know, I'm asking for help or anything like that, because honestly I'm a person that has a very hard time receiving help, and that's not even like my gist. It's just to shine a light for other people that are going through this shit, because I know that I'm not one of one. And it's not even like, oh, you can tell somebody like get a job. Most of the jobs right now, are not paying enough for you to cover rent, for you to cover bills, and for you to be able to live. You know what I'm saying? Like it's insane.
A lot of Americans are in tears right now, and honestly, who can blame them? People are working 40 hours a week, some even more, and still can't afford anything. Not a vacation, not a decent apartment, no grocery, without calculating every item, not even basic peace of mind. And it's heartbreaking because for years, America sold people the dream that if you work hard, you would live comfortably. But now, people are working hard and still living in struggle mode. This is the reality. Full-time workers who still feel broke. Imagine clocking in every day, doing everything right, showing up on time, grinding through, long shifts, and at the end of the month, your paycheck disappears before it even hits your account. Rent takes half, grocery swallows the rest, gas drain the left, and after every bill, nothing is left. Not even enough to save, not even enough to breathe. Hi guys, welcome back again to the YouTube channel. So I'm going to let the rest of the videos roll, then we'll come back with more commentary. Do well to let me know what you're thinking in the comment section, and credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
And I don't know where anybody else lives, but I live in New Jersey. It's super fucking expensive on like the Northeast. Like it's the fact that other people live like this, because like I said, I know I'm not one of one. This shit is insane. And the fact that like it's only gonna get worse and this economy is only getting worse. Like I understand, like I said, this is just a chapter. Like I'm in my last year of grad school, so I know I'm gonna have a career next year. But the fact that like not many people are in my position and probably, you know, like have kids, have way more responsibilities than I do, and they have to live like this, it's fucking horrible and it's depressing. And I think a big issue with like mental health and depression in this country is probably because people can't take care of themselves, and people know that. It makes you feel like a second-class citizen. It makes you feel like a shit. It makes you feel like a bad person, and it makes you feel like you're not enough, and that's a shitty feeling. And it just makes me sad. It makes me sad that as a country we advance as much as we have, but there's so many people that are like falling between the cracks. And I don't know if anything will ever be done about that, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, I had to share because this shit is hard. And if you're going through this, I'm really sorry. And honestly, I wouldn't wish this on nobody for them.
I don't think people talk about how working and still not having money feels enough. Like I'm working and I'm working and I never have any monies. y'all know what time that is. I should never. Why did I start? On a serious note, I had a shift that I worked on the 14th of August. I didn't get paid for that job until the 26th of August. Literally dang near 2 weeks later, because of like pay period and then like whatever processing time as well. This is for a temp job, by the way, because I do temp services through InstaWork. I was doing this when I was an employee and actually kind of still am, because I need to rack this money up because the funds, where the funds at? But yeah, like you can, I remember like working for a week straight and my bank account's still looking at zero because I'm waiting on the money. So even though I'm working, I still got to tell these people like, hey, so no, I actually like need more and more time because I have to wait till this pay period and that pay period and that pay period. Like nothing wants to be freaking direct like to you next day anymore. Nothing wants to be week to week anymore. Everything's bi-weekly. And I really hate that for us. I don't know if that's like other countries or anything like that, but I'm not here for it.
I am extremely stressed out. And I don't come on here and cry and do all of that. But what the fuck? I work 5 to 6 days out of the week. And I only barely have enough money to pay my bills. Somebody's gonna get on here and say, oh, well, be lucky you have a job, bro. Working a job, going to a job, getting up every morning, every night, whatever time you go, and having to give your all or do your best at this fucking job just for them not to compensate you enough money for you to live your life and pay your bills, it's actually really fucking setting me. And I feel like I'm missing out on living life because I have to pay my bills and go to work every fucking day. Such a tiring process. Now, I could see if I was lazy, I wasn't getting up and I wasn't getting it, but it's like, bruh, how fucking hard do I have to work in order to fucking survive, bro? How? Once I pay my rent and my phone bill and my light bill, that's it. And then the next paycheck, because mind you, bi-weekly, you don't get paid 2 times out of the month. So one paycheck goes directly towards bills. And then that other paycheck, I have to set money aside for the next set of bills that are coming up. I can't get ahead. I know somebody's going to say, you've got it better than somebody else. Bro, that's not the fucking point. Just because I have it better than somebody else doesn't mean that I'm not fucking struggling over here. For real, for real. People try to come on here and try to perpetrate and make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm living this kind of life, I'm living that kind of life. Bitch, I'm a TikTok content creator, but I live a life just like y'all. And nobody better get on here and say you better get another job or do this or do that. Bitch, you think I haven't applied to these jobs? And when I apply to these jobs, they waste my fucking time. Do you think I have money and gas and energy to be wasting going back and forth to these job interviews who are not going to hire me and are going to tell me that they're going to call me in a week or going to call me back in a couple days and don't? The job market is a joke. I have no choice but to keep the job I have now. The one that's barely paying my fucking bills. It leaves me no money left over to live, to get my nails done. These are fucking press-ons. I can't do anything. I gotta do my own hair. I gotta do my own toes. I gotta do everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like when you don't have a choice and you work every fucking day, it gets tiring. It gets to a fucking point, bro.
People are literally crying on TikTok, in their cars, crying on their lunch breaks, crying when they look at their bank account because they are giving the system everything they have and the system is giving them nothing back. And you know what makes it even worse? The prices of everything have doubled, but wages haven't moved an inch. Companies brag about record profits, but workers can't afford a $100 or even $10 meal. Rent is up, electricity is up, food is up, insurance up. Literally everything costs more, except the one thing people depend on most, their paycheck. A full-time job used to mean stability. Now it just means you are exhausted and broke. The math is not mathing anymore. How does someone work 40 hours a week and still need a roommate just to afford rent? How does a grown person with a full-time job still have to choose between food and medicine? How does a single parent work full-time and still have to visit food banks? This isn't laziness. This is a broken system, and the emotional toil is real. People feel defeated. They feel like, failures when they are not. But the system is set up to make them feel that way. You have got adults saying, I don't know how much longer I can do this. You have got, young people giving up on ever, owning their own homes. You've got older workers who should be retiring, but instead are taking second jobs just to survive.
Living in America in 2025 feels like you're trying to breathe while someone's hand is over your mouth and they're charging you rent for it. As soon as you get paid, it's gone. You buy groceries and the bags are lighter. You fill your tank and the needle mocks you. Food's up, rent's up, insurance, utilities, coffee. Even your damn toothpaste is up. Everything's up except the paycheck. Oh, and everything's also smaller. Shrinkflation? Yeah, that's the way they rob you while smiling in your face. You're not imagining it. The box is smaller. The portions are skimpier. The price is higher, and you're supposed to eat it with a smile. This isn't bad budgeting. This isn't laziness. This is a rigged game where everyone at the top profits and everyone at the bottom is a slave. We're getting taxed, drained, and blamed every step of the way. If you feel it too, you're not crazy. You're just living in America in 2025. And it's fucking brutal.
A 40-hour work week used to be very much enough for people. Now it's just the bare minimum to stay afloat. And why people are struggling, corporations and landlords are living their best lives. CEOs are getting $1 million bonuses. Rent is rising for no reason. Groceries are getting better, quality. They're not getting better quality, just higher prices. Companies are cutting staff, overworking the few employees left and still raising prices. They expect people to work like robots while paying them like it's still the 90s, right? Then you have politicians saying the economy is doing great. Great for who? Not for the people crying in their cars or payday, not for the ones skipping meals to make sure their kids eat, not for the ones working overtime just to afford gas, not for the ones living paycheck to paycheck with no savings. Americans are tired of pretending everything is okay. They are tired of struggling. They are tired of giving 40 hours of their life every week and still having nothing to show for it. This is why people are quitting, protesting, speaking out and saying we deserve better, because really they really do deserve better. People shouldn't have to work themselves into exhaustion just to afford basic life. Hi guys, let me know what you all think in the comments. I would love to read from you guys. What do you think about today's video? How are people really surviving? How are you surviving this economy? Everywhere is feeling the recession, but how are you really surviving? Okay guys, let me know what your take are in the comments, and please do well to like and subscribe. Credit belongs to original creators of this video, and see you all on my next. Thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye guys.